Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lucky Ones podcast. I'm your host, Lucky Wood, and we are so happy that you have joined us here tonight. I am joined by my two beautiful co-hosts, Stephanie Spencer and Amanda Mad Max Marshall, who has some big news that she gets to share with us today, if she wants to, because
I'll share
okay,
it.
okay, good. She has some great news. I didn't ask before. I just kind of announced it that she was going to announce it.
I just realized that
And
what we were talking about too. I was like, okay.
but you've seen us before, and we know that, and I'm sure you're joining for the one, the only Queen, Goddess, Duchess, Princess, all the titles that we could bestow upon this absolute female legend, and just legend. We're not even gonna qualify it with female. We're just gonna say legend of this amazing sport we all love, Miss Sarah Backman.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. So I've heard it both ways. I've heard Backman and Bachman. I just said Bachman. I should have asked before I announced you. Which way is it?
I don't know why people have issues. To me, I just say Backman.
Backman? Okay.
Backman, yeah, but that's like the most common question I get. Like, how is it pronounced? Because I do have in the Swedish, I have two dots over the A, and it's
Right.
pronounced ä. So in the Swedish, it would be Sara Beckman, but in American or English, it would be just Backman, I think.
Backman. That works. Cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
everything I just said, Sarah Backman.
Sure.
So thank you for joining us tonight. We really are excited to have you here with us. We've done a few episodes already, and I'm really excited to hear your story and get your profile and whatever you're willing to share.
Yeah, absolutely. Should I just like get started, or do you have a specific question?
Do whatever you want, love bug. Let's just talk about how you got started on this awesome journey.
Okay, yeah. So I was 13 years old and overweight, ugly, bullied, whatever you call it. Like I had no friends. I was very like left out when I was younger, and this in my school, in high school, there was this recreation leader in the cafeteria. One day, he just put his arm up like this, and I was like, okay, I grabbed it, and we started arm wrestling, and he was like, "You're really strong," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's cool." And then he said on the spot, like right then and there, he's like, "I'm gonna do an arm wrestling tournament, and I know you're gonna win it." So he made it happen in like a week. He organized, and it was just like on a regular table, sit down table in the cafeteria. And this tournament took months to complete because there was so many students or people in school that wanted to participate. And we could only do it during breaks and lunches and things like that. So it took probably 3-4 months until we had like a final. And I made it all the way to the finals, and I did win that time, and it was like it made me feel really good about myself because up to that point I was nobody, right? I had no purpose. I didn't know who I was, or I was alone, like, or lonely, and so it gave me like power from within that I'm good at something. And he really nurtured that, and he encouraged it, and he is like, that there's a girl in Sweden up north, and she's a world champion, and she made a movie about her life. And he gave me this movie. He bought this movie for me, and it's Heidi Anderson, and this is Fia Raisik's cousin, right?
Right.
And so it's a documentary about her life. And she lives up in this village in north part of Sweden. And there's like 16 people living there, right? So it's like grandma, grandpa, cousins, everybody. And they're all related, and they all arm wrestle, and they're all world champions. So this documentary was about their life up there and how Heidi is training in the barn. She's climbing the ropes. She's shoveling hay or whatever you call it. And she went to Canada and won the world championship. And I was ecstatic. I I watched this movie and I was like, that's me. Like that's what I'm supposed to do. I felt it so strongly. And then we found a team in Stockholm, and Fia was there that day when I went there with my mom, and Malin Bergström was the head coach. And I remember I was this 14-year-old girl, and I walked into this club, and they all did push-ups, and they trained so hard, and I was like, this is so impressive. Malin was like pretty blonde hair with big muscles, and I remember feeling like this is badass. And they felt me, and even if you ask Malin today, she will tell you like it was special. We all remember this day, how it changed everything. It was November 19, 2006, a Sunday. And I was obsessed. After that, I was ecstatic. I was in awe. I could not think of anything else. I started training all the time. I lost weight. I got in really good shape. People that had bullied me over the years was like, damn, what happened to you? And like, I really transformed in a very short amount of time. And I won my first tournament 3 months into the sport. And then 5 months in, I became the Swedish champion in the junior and the open adult category as a 15-year-old. And
Wow.
it just motivated me and encouraged me to keep going. And I started traveling, and I had to get a job to afford to travel. So I did that. And I just prioritized arm wrestling with my entire soul. And yeah, on that way it is. Like I just took every opportunity that was given to me, no matter how big or small. And here we are.
That's awesome.
I really love
As
your story. I feel like I am right there. You're such a good storyteller. I feel like I'm there watching you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, keep talking. Tell us more.
Yeah, no, that's
well,
cool.
and like as a teacher, I can really appreciate, like, I tell, my students, especially my females who, kind of deal with like that self-image and stuff like that, of like, just find something that you really love and get into that, and then don't worry about what people are saying about you, because you'll always have something that you love, and if you love it, it'll love you back. And so I think that's kind of what arm wrestling's done for me.
Exactly. And like looking back on this recreation leader, like he was in his 60s, and he could have, like, had he not encouraged me the way he did, like he believed in me when I had no belief. I didn't know anything. He was like, I know you can do it. Like he was the only one in my life up to that point that like instilled this. So like if you're a young child and you have someone that just pours into you, like anything can happen. So that's a cool like role that you as a teacher would have, then you can really make an impact.
I try. Most
Yeah.
of the time, the impact is like, I hate reading. Like, suck it up. We're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. So, what have you, like, 13 till now, a spread of time. And so there might be multiple answers to this question based on like what period you're looking at. But what have you really found that's like your favorite thing that has really stuck out to you about this sport?
Definitely like how we're so bonded and connected just due to arm wrestling. Like no matter where you go in the world, like if you just mention that I arm wrestle and they arm wrestle, like they will instantly invite you to their home, take care of you. Like I've experienced this. Everybody have experienced this. Like this is a thing. That would be the coolest, I think. How it's just this bond among us that you're instantly cool if you arm wrestle, right? So that would be my favorite part.
That's awesome. And so when you're not at arm wrestling, what's up? Like we see the model photos, those are amazing. We see your amazing workouts that you do. Tell us a little bit about like a day in the life of Sarah Backman outside of the gym,
Yeah.
if there is one.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really, the training part is the most important part. So I put everything around that, like when I wake up, whatever work I have to do for that day, whatever I need to eat, in depending on what workout. So workout comes first, and then everything else is around it. So it can look different every day. But I have a very good life, I would say, where I'm free to decide what to do with my time, and I can dedicate that to arm wrestling for the most part.
Awesome. Very cool. And we heard you have a superpower on your Insta story.
What, the eating?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a superpower, but like it's like when I got the question, I was like, because I do have also like a strong intuition, and I was like almost thinking to write that, and I was like, nah, that's too deep, and because it is, right? Like maybe some people are like, oh, that's weird, and some people understand what I'm saying, when you can just feel something and you turn out to be right or whatever. I have that like to an extreme, but yeah. With the food, I don't know, I'm a foodie. Like it's I was a big girl when growing up. Food was how my parents showed me love. I was overweight, like it was just it's how it is. And I do comfort myself a lot with food, and I can eat so much. I don't think it's that much, but based on people, that's like, what the hell? I have understood that it's an extreme, right?
Right.
Um, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So let's get deep because forget the haters. Let's talk deep for a second. Do you think your intuition came from some of your maybe background in being bullied and things like that? Do you think that played a part in it at all? Or do you think it's just something that like this is what I have and I was blessed with it?
Maybe. I definitely think whatever you are as an adult, or like as you are right now, it's just a lifetime of events and impressions. That's how you are right now, right? Like anything you have done, said, thought in the past, any direction you may have gone dictates like where you are right now. I have definitely learned a lot from my life, but I also just remember feeling this way all my life, right? So like I do have very big emotions, and I do have a lot of things going on the inside, and it, spiritual connection, whatever you want to call it, it's just there, and for good stuff and also like bad stuff, right? Like
Right.
it's a mix. But yeah, I don't know.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I was just curious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love people and I love being around people, but I also people watch a lot. So I feel like me stalking people is what gives me that
That's
intuition.
okay. You know?
Right. So, so we talked about training and like, we see you on walks, which is awesome. I love walking. What's some other really cool things that you get to do as far as training, and what does training look like for you?
I try to walk every day. It's even like yes, it's cardio, it's healthy and it's good and whatever. It's my therapy. Like it's where I collect thoughts and talk to God and just reset. So it's more for a mental purpose where I do my walks, and I actually crave it. So it's never like, oh, I gotta go for a walk. It's like, oh, I can't wait to go for a walk. And if I miss the walk that day, it's almost like sad, but because I missed the me time. So I don't know. Do you guys do walks? It doesn't seem common in America for some reason.
I know, which is weird.
Do you do
Go
walks,
ahead.
Lucky?
Yeah,
Do
I
you?
walk all the time. Yeah. So
Oh,
I walk anywhere from 3 to 6 times a week where I'll do like a big walk. anywhere up from, I'll do like a 5K. Sometimes I'll do a 10K. When I'm down here in Alabama training, Mike and I go to the trail and we'll do 5 to 10K walks.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mandy, do you do them?
Yeah, I will do walks in the morning. My minimum like time I will spend is like 45 minutes to an hour. And then usually after a workout, I will probably do another like 30-minute walk right on my tread. So I find, like you said, the walk is kind of like a check-in with yourself for that day. Like, all right, you got your goals, you got your moment, this is like your meditation. It's really to say, okay, this is how we're starting the day, and this is how we're going to finish it. So yeah, walks. You got to breathe in that nature. I mean, I breathe in a lot of dead animals on my walks, but you know, I don't have those great trails. You know, I see so many dead armadillos. I can't even count. So
She does. She usually texts us in our group chat about them.
hello. So,
but yeah, I think just the grounding of it too. And then like I used to hate hiking until I moved to Virginia, and hiking up a mountain and being able to like see for miles, like it totally changed my whole I had a friend who I used to hike with all the time, and he gets so mad at me because I would get so cranky going up, and I'd be like, I don't even want to do this. Let's go back to the car. And then we'd get up there, and it was like this whole like shift, and I'd be like the most excited like puppy, like coming down the hill, like talking to everybody, like keep going, it's gonna be the best ever. And he's
That's
like,
awesome.
why can't you be like this going up the hill?
And I'll probably take a wheelchair ride since my feet are bad and I can't do it. So if anybody wants to come to San Diego and give me a wheelchair ride on the boardwalk by the beach, I'll totally take that.
We'll do stretcher carries.
Yeah, my
you
cardio
go.
is the pool. I get in the pool, but I can't even relate to the walks because of that. Maybe later after I get foot surgery, I'll try it and I'll like it. I'm open-minded. But until then, I'm a little bit jealous.
We should get you one of those hoverboards.
Oh my
just,
God.
like, kind of.
That looks so dangerous. Like I don't understand how they do that.
Yeah,
like,
I don't have good
time.
core
I was
for
like,
that.
nah. How do they do that so fast and like back and forth? It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, it's scary.
Okay, we'll get you the claw blunt one that has the handles.
My God.
You're not going to get any cardio out of that.
The wheelchair is still better.
We just want her to enjoy the outside.
Yeah.
Well, I would say bike then. That should be a little less painful on your feet.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
The sit down arm wrestling table. After I get my foot surgery, I'm going to be the queen of the sit downs.
Gotta have goals.
There you go.
That's an awesome
hey,
goal.
you can come to Virginia. You can come do sit downs in Virginia with me.
I know. And the guys at the compound have a sit down table, which is really cool. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to find a practice who has a sit down table.
True.
I just bought a sit down table last week. It's right outside here, outside.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
So you should come see me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Does that mean you're gonna come to Alabama sit downs on the 21st and come pull?
What is 21st? As in like September?
Uh-huh.
I actually went it once. It's fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I got that's how I got my first two national champion titles.
Oh, wow.
Was at sit downs.
Your side pressure must be really good then, because that's like all there is, right? Like you just mush to the side. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I have it too, but I can't finish. I feel like you're getting so close to the pad, but my finishing is bending down. So like
you gotta come up, babe. You gotta come up.
Yeah, you gotta get exactly a shoulder and push down like a tricep thing.
Right.
And I was going against this guy who was disabled, so something was wrong with his legs, and so the sit down was his total thing that he loved doing. So obviously he had all the sticky points down and not letting me win.
Sarah,
bleed him out.
Yeah.
Sarah, where did you get your sit down table from? Who'd you get it from?
My friend Patrick have had one for years, and he's not using it, so he sold it to me. So it's from the arm sport combat.
Combat Sports.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
from that brand. So
Okay.
it's really good. Like it's perfect actually.
Yeah, I haven't tried
Nice.
sit downs. That would be cool if someone had a table, but I don't know anybody in my state that has one.
Yeah.
So somebody,
Yeah, it's not
anybody know
common.
anybody know the measurements? Put them in the chat. I'll
It's
find somebody to build
I
it.
know the legs are 11-inch shorter than
Wanna say
a regular table.
All right.
Okay. Xana's coming in here to show me her nails and her kitten's on her back. Let her say
Hi,
Xana. Oh.
Xana also did strict curl today, so she's kind of pooped.
That's cool.
Yeah. I was wondering that. How come not very many of the arm wrestling ladies want to compete in strict curl? I feel like it's just me and Camille. And I feel like it's a really strong lift for anyone who arm wrestles. Like we would have an advantage over everybody. And the interesting thing is that today there was a lot of the guys that only did strict curl who were very excited to try arm wrestling. So here we pulled the tables out at the gym and a bunch of the strict curl guys got on the table. And compared to other brand new guys, they were pretty good. Like their connection and stuff was really good. And every time I was asking, hey, does anybody want a strict curl? Nobody even seemed interested. But I felt like it kind of goes hand in hand. It's just as fun. Like you're just as strong once you get there. And it's such an easy lift to do. You just walk up and lift it. Not like squats or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
know.
So it's fun.
You do it?
I haven't in like 3 years. I had a phase for 3 years ago or so when I was like, oh, I'm doing this. I was like aiming to go to Arnold's and compete in it and stuff. But it just like ran out in the sand. But I do agree, like it's one of those lifts, like you're not gonna break anything. Like if it doesn't move, like you're not gonna be able to lift it. You're just gonna stand there. Like so you're not gonna tear anything. It's either gonna go up or not, right? So it's a good lift to like challenge yourself in a healthy way, I think.
Maybe next year. We'll see you out there.
Ooh, yeah.
What was your maximum? What'd you get the most?
I got 120, I think.
Well, then you can go get the world record if you do it.
That's what somebody said to me. So somebody wrote me and said, hey, like, and it wasn't like with a judge or anything, but I have a video and they're like, I think the best ever a female was like 117 and a half. So
there was a new one that's 125 now, but but you could probably, if you already got the 120, I mean, what's the extra 5?
Yeah.
Right. Just throw 30 extra pounds on that. You got it, Sarah.
Oh my God. You don't understand how hard it is to get those extra 2 pounds.
It really is.
It's
you can't swing, like you're just like against the wall and you're just like rely on your freaking bicep, and it's not
for sure. Oh no, I've watched her videos, I've watched Camille's videos, like all the respect in the world for y'all who are taking that on. For real.
For real.
So what is your favorite exercise that you get to do?
Like anything for me, like it goes in phases, but I'm really into bicep curl with the EC bar right now. And that has come and gone over the years, but it lit a fire in me a couple of weeks ago when Gabby was here and we trained together. And her and her husband, Vitor, are so skilled. Like they're so smart when it comes to training. And it like twice a week now, I'm like, because Gabby was repping weights that I was like, girl, you're so strong. Like I thought I was strong. Like I know I'm strong, but like
you are strong.
Gabby was an eye opener. Yeah. And having someone like her, like them two together are so fun too, because he's like, I don't want to train. And he's like, you are training. And like, he's like bossing her around, but in the most loving, supportive way, right? So like she may not be wanting to do something, but she does it because he tells her to, and like in the result is her being the best in the world, being super strong. So like them working as that team was so cool to witness. But yeah, to answer your question, right now, easy bar with bicep, standing up, just kind of like narrow, and like when you're up here, like just really shoot your elbows up so you get that that connectiveness and the power. I love it.
So do you do when you're on the tape, I see you working like on the half table a lot too, with like your bands and like the cables and stuff. Are you like incorporating both that table and like lifting in every workout, or do you rotate, or what does that look like?
Yeah, exactly. So I would do anything arm wrestling specific in the beginning of my workout, and that's 5 or 6 days a week. I do arm wrestling specifics in the gym, and I don't have a schedule or anything like that. That Mondays I'm doing this, but I kind of have it in my head, whatever feels fresh. And if it's been 5 or 6 days since I did something, maybe today is the day to do it again. And every workout, I always try to push myself as hard as I can. Like, I don't believe in, oh, I'm just gonna do a light workout. Like, I'm gonna do my max of the day, right? And it doesn't have to be like 1 rep max, but I definitely want to feel like I pushed, you know? And it may look different each day. Like sometimes you have really good days and like you do a new PR, but that's not often. But if the PR is here in that exercise, like at least try like every day to push. And some days you feel like shit, and then you do whatever the best you can for that day, and then a new day is tomorrow. Like you just keep going.
Would you ever consider doing a workout video for us to follow along? I've always wanted to have one. Like push play on the YouTube and then go in the gym and then copy you the whole workout. Kind of like a Jane Fonda one, but for arm wrestling.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if there is
we were talking about it, and I would think that imagine how many of the new ladies you could help if you put something together like that for us.
Yeah. And like I did YouTube years ago and I fell off and I struggled with the editing part and whatever, but I have realized people have told me that just shoot the content and give the editing to someone else. You know, you can pay 25 bucks an hour, you know, or whatever, and like just let someone edit it and make it happen. I should honestly just do it, especially if there's a demand. And like you said, if I can help grow arm wrestling that way, of course I would do it.
I mean, I edit Merlene's videos for free, just saying, throwing it out there.
So I'm gonna be the first one. I would love to try it out. I would definitely, if you did the video, then I would go in and put in the work. And especially if you do a video to help me with my flop wrist, because that's what I'm famous for, and I want something new to be famous for.
Wait, you do a flop? You flop wrist?
Every time.
All right, yeah.
And I don't want to do it. I try not to, but it just goes. And my arm is strong. Like, I mean, I know I need to work on it. And Jody Williams tells me my hand is like a Pez dispenser.
Watching it just go back. That's so funny.
Okay.
That is pretty funny.
So I think that would be a good one to start with if you wanted to do little snippets, and then the girls could put together for whatever they wanted to do, even if you did a 15-minute video, even if it was, but I would be following it along the whole time, because sometimes, and I'm not the only one, and you could show it to the new girls like, hey, this is a video, but the opening video could be about the safety things for when you get on the table, or like a little anything for you, and then a super short workout. We could put on repeat and just do it over and over again. 5 sets of this.
All right, I'm on it.
I don't know if I believe you.
So I may be the teacher, but Stephanie's the one giving out homework for the weekend.
I'm not giving homework. I'm like, help me. Help me.
Yeah, the guys don't know how to work around our girls as much. So having a female go, protect the goods, stay right here with them, that would be better. I definitely would watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish that women, that's what I try to relay the message in my videos or whatever. I'm not even trying, it's just who I am, but like push, like women or girls are so scared of pushing. Like, I don't know what it is. They just block themselves in their mind, but like I scream, like sometimes I cry, like I push, right? Like you gotta push, and that's how you increase the level, and you have to go out of your comfort zone like that. If you're just like worrying about to look pretty or whatever, you're not gonna make it to the next level, right? You're just gonna stay in there. So you got to push.
Gotta push and get ugly.
Yes.
The grind is real when it comes
to sometimes though, you can really feel it in your soul. Like today, like not every time it happens, but when your mouth starts to water because you're about to eat your favorite food, every once in a while my mouth will water before I'm going to lift that heavy weight. And that happened to me today. Like I could just feel my mouth watering. I am going to get this. Like you want it so bad.
Yeah,
that you're waiting and then you get it, but you can take that same energy and like you're saying and use it to push harder through the next one, through the next person.
And exactly, and whatever you need to do to be able to push, like you can think of a outcome, like what would a certain win mean to me, what opportunities can come if I beat that person, if I do good at this event. Like I always think like that, right? So because the better you do and the better you are, the more good is gonna come your way, right? So that's the reward from pushing hard.
Yep.
Yeah. So speaking of when you're pulling against people, where's been your favorite place? So you have 8 world titles, which is awesome. Do you remember what countries you won them in?
Yes. So it was Canada the first year, 2008. 2009. Where was 2009 Worlds? 2010 was USA, Nevada, Vegas. I have to think where 2009. I think it was Bulgaria, 2009. 2011, Kazakhstan, and 2012, Brazil.
Nice. That's awesome.
Some of the events I won left and right both, some I won right, and like that.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Where has been like your favorite place to compete at? Where have you really felt like the arm wrestling jujus were awesome?
Honestly, there is I definitely think like my experiences until recently, like back in the day, like 12, 13 years ago, Turkey hosted amazing events. It's super professional over there. There are so many, like they take it so serious there. I think the government pay their athletes, right? And they actually make money if they win, so they make sure to host really good championships. So I had a really good experience in Turkey. Kazakhstan was not amazing. Lost my bag there. Had no clothes, nothing, and I had to compete like that and make weight and go shopping, and it sucked.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's been so long ago, like since I went to a world championship. My last one was 2012. I was so young. I was like before my 20th birthday or something. I was like 20. It's crazy.
Wow.
Time flies.
So true. yeah, I think like for me, who's kind of in it and being older, I always like envy like you and Gabby and some of y'all who got to start, and Thea who got to start at such a young age and really, you know, I was like, dang it, why couldn't I have been doing this 10 years ago?
How old are you?
I turned 34 back in May,
Yeah,
so
but I don't think so. This is just my like. Yes, sure, age matters, but the mind matters more, right? So
right,
like I read quotes like all the time that you're just like one decision away from changing your life. And if you like commit really hard for 6 months to a year, let's say you like, and I'm talking like the hardcore obsession, like like a billionaire would tell you what they had to do to get there, or the sacrifices you would have to make. Like anything is possible. And I know there's genetics and age and circumstances, but like if you have that obsession that nothing else matters, I believe you can achieve anything. There's been arm wrestlers that come in and within 1 year they make a name for themselves, um, because of a skill. And I feel like you're doing it in your own way now, like with hosting this, you're creating a platform that's never been done, right? Like I like I told you on the phone the other day, like I have maybe thought that it should be something I should do, right? Like do what you're doing, but it's not in me.
Mhm.
So like for you to come into the sport and feel like, no, this needs to be done. I think that's so badass. Like that, it's so freaking cool. And keep going. Who knows what can lead from this, right?
right.
Agreed. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because we've had women come into the sport in their 40s. I'm one. Nancy Nation. Anna is one.
Mm.
Me too.
Katie Hankey, and they are winning and they are doing great things. And women, oh, I myself am looking up to them, going, "Yeah, I'm not that old, not at all."
Absolutely. And did you
Yeah.
see Anna Granlund from
Yep.
Sweden?
Yeah.
Right? I think she's
Exactly.
pushing 50 and she's a walk world champion in 80 kilo.
And she still
Like,
looks
are
like
you
she's in
kidding
her
me?
30s, right? She
Like,
was her body
that's what
made
I'm
me feel
saying.
comfortable about my lats. I was like, look how big her lats are. And then I was like, oh shit, she's an arm wrestler.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, anything is possible. And that's the beauty with arm wrestling too, that it is divided between age groups and you can relate to other athletes and stuff, but
Right.
it's up to you to take it to whatever level you want to. It's within you.
Agreed. Agreed. And
Okay.
hang around people who don't think that age, you've already passed your prime, you've got nothing left. Don't be around those people. Go around the people who are like, nope, every day
100%.
matters. Yep.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Mm.
So those are awesome women, and obviously, you're a role model to those who are younger than you, those who are older than you. Like everybody looks up to
Mhm.
Sarah Backman. Like you've truly been, inspiration to so many, and even like women who don't even know the sport know who you are, which is like something that is absolutely really really cool
Mm.
to even be able to say, oh yeah, I know
Mm.
her.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. But who should we be watching? Who do you like to watch? Who's some of your inspirations in the sport? Obviously,
Okay.
Mullen.
Yeah. So like right now, if we're talking females, I love to see whatever Gabby's doing. I mean, I think she's phenomenal. Like if people only understood the power she has, like it's stupid. And she has the smallest hand. And it's like you grip up and you're like, oh, that's cute. Every time I think that. Every time. Literally. Yeah. And then she may lose her wrist, but she like if we go inside, I can commit to the point I'm gonna pass out and she's holding me comfortable. Like I can't wrap my head around like how many hours, 10,000 hours she has, committed to making her tendons and muscle that strong, right?
Right.
So yeah, I'm just super curious about anything, her philosophy, her mindset about everything, and her desire. So she's definitely like a role model to me. Back in the day, it would be Heidi Anderson, which is Fia Racek's cousin that I told about earlier, and Irina
Right.
Makieva. Both of them have retired. But I spoke to Irina Makieva the other day, and I was like, because I do this a couple of years here and there. It's like, girl, come back now. Like, come back, arm wrestling, growing, come back. And she actually told me this week that she really is considering coming back. And that would be life-changing for all of us, because that is the GOAT, the goddess of arm wrestling. If you don't know who she is, like, you need to do the homework and find out who Irina Makieva is. I think she's only lost 2
She,
matches in her life.
yeah, she has a few videos on YouTube, but I mean, just a couple things that I've seen of her, I'm just like, well, okay
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
I'm gonna retire now if she comes
yeah.
back.
Yeah, nah, she's so incredible. But of course, also I love, another one that is really like I'm in awe by watching, and I'll tell you why. It's Fia Racek, right? So she was there
Right.
that day I started in 2006, and she's what, 4 or 5 years older than me. But like, let me tell you, okay, I just need to tell you the story. I have come and gone, moved, taken breaks, been really committed for as long as I've known Fia, 18 years, right? She never stopped. Like, she has competed 9 months pregnant. She has competed when she had a week-old baby. Like, she has, when she was dying from flu, she has been competing. Like, she never missed a championship. She never missed a competition. She never missed a training in 18 years that I've known her. Like, she never took a break. Like, her family has birthdays or whatever, and she's like, nope, she's going to the tournament instead. That's somewhere else in the world. Like, people don't know this, but she's everywhere and has never left, and that's incredible. Like, no one, I think, has done that, like, been that invested in our entire lifetime, right? And she has
Right.
no, there, like, I'm sure I haven't talked to her in a couple months or whatever, but I'm sure if you ask her, like, what's your game plan, and she's just gonna continue. Like, there is no stopping.
Yeah.
I don't know of any injuries that she's ever had or whatever. She just is the most consistent arm wrestler ever.
I can't. I think she. I think when we talked, because she was on the show a few weeks, like a month or two ago, and and she was just like, we were asking her, she was like, "No, I'm good. No, not that I can think of." We were like, "How?"
Uh,
I just love her video when she was wearing a fur coat and pulled the bottle
Yeah.
of vodka out and said that, let's have my pre-workout. And it's like a fake one arm pull-up, but you could tell, like, where is that video, Sarah? It was so fun. I can't find it.
I love that video, and I'll watch it from time to time, and I'll die laughing because it's perfect, right? Because if you know
Yes.
they are all very classy, and they don't
Yeah.
make facial expressions, and they're the best in the world, and they win very effortlessly, and it's such a good parody for
Yeah.
the Russian females, right? It's super funny.
You got to send that to Lucky so she can share it with everybody, because I think the new girls need to see it. They
Yeah.
need to enjoy that.
Yeah. Yep. I will definitely send it.
My pre-workout, I'm never gonna forget.
Yeah.
I want to drink some vodka for pre-workout.
Yeah, that's another thing that I learned from early age. So like when I went to the championships, Irina Makieva and all the Russians, the day before the tournament, they would all drink beer. And I always grew up thinking, well, alcohol and competition don't go hand in hand, right? But they all had one beer, and they said, one beer is good for competition the day before. And since then, I drink one beer the night before a tournament. Like,
Wow.
ever since. Yeah, just because Irina Makeva told me this when I was 18 years old.
What kind of beer? Is it a specific beer? Are we looking at like
Doesn't
a
matter.
pint?
Just but
No,
like
okay.
limit it to one, you know?
Okay.
It's something with the vitamin B. I don't know. I'm just making this up, but I'm just like there's something that obviously works for them.
I mean, a lot of runners will drink a beer right after a long race to restock that carbs. So, gotta figure out what beer. I bet you somebody's nailed it down to a specific beer for the science. Like if they're telling me it's got to be Guinness, I'll be like, okay.
I don't do Guinness, no.
Yeah. Give me a pale ale, please.
Right?
And
Yeah.
now I'm gonna have to cheat. Now I'm gonna have to cheat on my carnivore next tournament. I'm like
Oh.
doing it because Sarah Backman told me to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man. So where has been or sorry, what's been like the favorite kind of like you just recently had your own promotion with the Sarah Backman Classic. How was that? How did that work out for you? Did you enjoy the promotion side, or are you like, nah, just let me compete from now on?
Yeah, so like I'm really thankful and grateful for that opportunity and that experience. Definitely never thought I would ever host a tournament in my name, right? So that was a huge honor and super fun to have done it. I'm not sure promotional stuff is in me at this time. It may, like I did enjoy it, but there's a lot that goes into it that's going to have to take away from me being an athlete. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
Make that shift.
Right.
I think sometimes that's the greatest thing with us and you're promoting, like it just kind of falls to Facebook so easily for us to push it for you. So I mean, we're hoping to do another one for sure. You know, it was the talk of the town, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
For
No,
sure,
it was
definitely.
fun for sure. It was cool to see and how many people like showed up and wanted to be part of it. And like you said, people talked on it for weeks before and after, and it was fun.
Yeah, we were happy to throw our little name and help sponsor it because some of us couldn't come. I
Yeah.
know at the time Marlene went and did a little representation for us, but yeah, it
That's
was
awesome. And
yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
We
Thank
loved
you.
it, of course. Women supporting women. That's what we're here for. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I got really excited and then I saw the date and I was like, crap.
Yeah.
But then it was also one of those things where like I loved that, we were able to like really, there were the beautiful flyers, the event went off really well, like, the pictures from it, just like the amount of FOMO of like, man, this looked absolutely incredible. Like I'm just happy that for your sake you were able to have that experience, even if it's something you decide not to pursue until later down the road or whatever. You know, you know now what to expect, and I think it could only grow from what it was,
Exactly.
and
And
that's incredible.
somebody told me to keep it up now, like just keep do it, because like you said, that was a starting point and it can only grow bigger. So I'm still like decompressing, right? So like maybe soon I can, yeah, maybe I feel different about it, but yeah.
That sounds like a lot of pressure. I was like, that's pressure. I don't think I could even do. I used to think I would like to throw a tournament, then I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I had a whole team. It was not me,
that's
right?
good.
Like
That's
so that I could never do it on my own. Like I'm telling you right now, I would never be like, no, I need exactly what I had, a team, somebody, like Sean and Brandon and Mike and everybody, like we all work together. So yeah, that For sure.
That's awesome. And Sean Hancock,
Yeah.
right? Nice.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers to him. Sorry, he's going through a rough time right now. We're thinking of you, buddy. So the Jessie question, I told Jessie I was gonna name this question after her because she's the one that came up with it. So now we call it the Jessie because she's forever part of the show. So, but where do you see arm wrestling going in the next 5 to 10 years? So, you've been a part of it since you were 13. You've kind of seen the trajectory. I think that, you're one of the most qualified people to answer this question that we've had so far since we added it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the growth that arm wrestling has seen in the last 5 years is like mind-blowing. I do believe like the amount of money that some people make now from certain matches and stuff, it is life-changing. And 5 to 10 more years from now, I think it will be mainstream. I think it will be UFC level.
Oh, wow.
I really do believe that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Oh man,
very
that
cool.
sounds. I would love
Be an
that.
arm wrestler. Like start now and like just stick with it.
Then by then I'll be a senior citizen, and they might have a weight class for me.
Yeah, that matters too.
We're gonna go in the nursing home and get all the old ladies out.
Something tells me that might be frowned upon, but should that stop us? No. I love that. So when we're looking at 5 to 10, us like for females, for what would you like to see like change, or what do you really appreciate about female arm wrestling, or what do you want to see change in those next 5 years to really get our side to that level as well?
I'm just comparing, I think a lot about the UFC, like whatever business model they have, right? Like when we think of Holly Holm or Ronda Rousey, like we think of them instantly like these badasses that are the best at what they do. And I want the same thing for the female arm wrestlers. So if a company like UFC needs to step in and take over and we comply and do what they say because that works, then so be it. A lot is marketing. I think the athletes or the company managing need to have some type of business model where the female arm wrestlers are being marketed in a way similar to the UFC. So like we don't look down on Ronda Rousey because she's a female, right? Like we just think of her just as Conor McGregor, right? Like that's at least what I'm doing. Right. Somebody needs to make that happen. And I don't know if it's a company or up to the individual athlete. Maybe a mix of both, because Ronda Rousey is really good at, or up to, like now she's kind of more private, I think, because she kind of stepped away from it. But how you sell yourself, right? Like how you portray yourself on social media, because social media is everything nowadays. Like even if like whether we want it or not, it's what people are constantly doing, and that's what's happening.
Right.
It's all marketing. Like being a good female arm wrestler and just be like, sponsor me because I deserve it. Like no company is gonna be like, yeah, here. Like it's what can this person do for our company? Like that's kind of how the
character.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot deeper than that, but that's what I think is gonna have to happen for women arm wrestling to like just being an amazing arm wrestler. Like I hate to say it, but like you can have so many world titles and it still means nothing. Nobody knows who they are. You're not getting paid for it. It's just within yourself and the people close to you and maybe the people in the sport. But it's how we market the women, I think.
I think I think that's a great idea. I like how you're looking at it and everything. I think
Yeah.
marketing, hands down, you know?
Yeah.
For
And every woman
Agree.
plays their own character, right? Because we all look and act different, all different walks of life. So
Mhm.
right.
play our strengths, someone like Barbara, she's biggest
Have
Lamont.
you gotten to grip up with her
I have
ever?
not. I have
Okay.
not, but she's like incredible. Like what a human, right? Like what is that? 23-year-old girl that
Right.
is like as big as Lamont.
My students were looking for female arm wrestlers for me to go up against, and they had pulled her up, and they were like, "You should pull against her," and I was like, "Ain't no way."
You're literally half her height. If you sit next to her, like you're
Right.
you're coming like
I
here on her.
I saw her next to Gabby, and Gabby
Yeah.
and I are the same height, and I was
Yeah.
like, "See the woman that she's standing next to? That's the number one in the world, and she's as tall as I am."
Yep.
And they were like, "Miss Wood, never mind. You should not pull her." I was like, "Thank you."
I have a picture of me and Gabby's together at East versus West, and her forearm is bigger than my head. I was just like,
Gabby's
tiny.
arms are like insane. I
Yeah, and
tell her
like
that
both
all
my
the
arms
time.
together couldn't do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like my eye.
Right. But that's what I don't understand. Like, we have all these women that are just incredible. And so many times, like, I'll, bring them on or talk about them, and like people don't know who they are. And I'm like, how? Like, they're amazing. They've won this, and this. They've been to this, they've gone to this, and it's not the same.
No.
And it's sad.
You're not being showcased as much, you know. So, and then if you are, no offense, you're recycled and it's just you and the top, you know. And honestly, I feel like that's what we're seeing a lot in men is just recycling. And these are great men, but the sport has to grow. So we have to see the new people that are chasing those top spots and wanting to pull the top women and everything. So, but yeah.
Right.
Mm,
Okay. That's a good point.
yeah.
So if there was one match that you could go back and relive, not because it was a bad match, but it's because it was your favorite match, which match would you go back and pull again?
Um, Probably my last one with Gabby at King of the Table. Like I screwed up the first two rounds, and it was in the third round, I think, where I was understanding that there was an opening, and I got carried away and lifted the elbow. Like I obviously dwelled on this moment for almost 3 years now. I'm over it now. Like, but it
Sure.
hurt. It hurt. Like that carrying that pain was a lot to deal with for over a year. But yeah, I would go back and done what I did in round 3 right away, not
Right.
wasting round. Like so, but it was a good match. Like I said, like the painful feelings are like gone now, so I can like look back on it and just be happy to have had that match with her and everything. Um, yeah, that's one. And then fun matches was like way in the past, like with Irina Gladkaya and stuff. We always had fun, deep hook matches, and it's such a good feeling when you're about to lose, but then you're like pulling it back and you feel connected and you got the win in. There's a lot of matches like that I have
Nice.
enjoyed. Yeah. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
What was your and if you don't have one, that's totally fine. But we had the women's invitational in May. Who is
Yeah.
your favorite to walk away from pulling there?
The one that was or the one that's coming up?
Was.
Oh, the one that
Was
was. I mean, I didn't know who Jocelyn was when I walked in, when I went to that round robin. I had heard that there was a strong bench press girl there, and yeah, she's
Right,
strong,
she's
like fucking strong. Man. Yeah,
like,
I would love to pull her again. Like, what a beast. And I hope she continues and just pushes the level further. Like, that's exactly what needs to happen. We need to, that's how the Swedish girl does it, right? Like, they always show up at their best and they win some, they lose some, but that's how they always like elevate.
mhm.
So, uh, that's what happened was it's not fun to lose at all, like it hurts, but I do
Right.
believe it's great for the sport, because if it's the
Right.
same person winning all the time, it's not fun, right? Like the
Right.
pot needs to be stirred here and there.
Mhm.
So
I agree.
Do
So
you ever
he
go?
and
Do you ever pull in a tournament and then people see that you're pulling and then drop out because they're scared?
honestly, like I don't pull many tournaments. Like I'm not as active as people like think. So like when I talk, it's like based on very old results and whatever.
Oh,
Yeah. So like I'm the only girl in Florida. So when I compete in Florida, it's usually like arm wrestlers' wives that participate, but then there's like no
oh,
like serious, right? And so I usually jump into the men's category. I haven't entered like a legit tournament since that round robin, and before that, I don't even remember when I actually had like female competition. So
yeah.
I don't.
doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
It's not a problem she has.
No,
No.
no, but
Are you doing left hand then? Because he announced it a couple weeks ago, so
I
I've been trying to
saw
keep it
that.
catched up.
Yeah, yeah, I would love to. Left
Okay.
arm is my strong arm, so I would love to.
Nice.
Uh,
Very cool.
Sarah, didn't you tear your labrum in your left arm, in your shoulder?
I tore both my shoulders. Same exact
Oh,
injury, both shoulders 3 years apart.
Ah,
Which is like, what? Like, right? Like, right, okay, yeah, but yeah, 2019, my rematch with Gabby in WL, I tore my shoulder, first match. I heard it. Like I literally heard it. I thought I had torn my pec and it felt weird and numb. And then we pulled like 5 more matches after that. And I was like, there was no power because it's like 100% torn off the bone. I did an MRI the next day and it was like 100% off, the cleanest tear ever, just straight off the bone. So I had to have surgery, train my left arm like a maniac while this one was recovering, and competed left arm and during COVID and everything. Um, Became really strong with my left. And then I was healed and fine for 2 3 years. And then I started feeling pain back in 2022 for my left. And usually I baby symptoms. If I have something going on physically, I'm like, gotta take care of this. Can't have pain. I'm really like good with nurturing that. But for some reason, I was like, nah, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. And for 1 year, I walked around with pain in my shoulder. I did not arm wrestle in practice with it, which was like so stupid. I should have just had it looked out earlier. But yeah, after a year, I went to the doctor and we did an MRI, and he's like, sorry, it was the same doctor. He's like, you have a torn subscapularis, and subscapularis is the one rotator cuff muscle out of the four that does the side pressure.
hmm.
That's the one I tore in my right, and that's what I had torn in my left. However, there was no clear day and time where that had happened. That was something that had like over time just like
Yep.
broken off in training. So I had that surgery a year, almost 2 years ago now, actually.
Yep.
And
wow.
from that surgery, from the surgery date until like exactly 1 year later, you will be back 100%, which is pretty cool to know that 1 year from your surgery date, you can be back at your 100%, which I was both times. So it's absolutely possible as long as you baby it.
I beg to differ if it's a labrum tear in the hip. Mine's going on 3 years and I still can't sit Indian style for long periods of time. That sucks. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, obviously I don't know with the hips that might be worse because you're like constantly moving.
Yeah, and it sucks because your bottom carries you and you have to learn to walk again. It was unbearable agitation. The pain is weird, but sitting up, bending over, staying in a car, the most comfortable position was just like always laying on my back. And it took 2 years to find a doctor to fix it for me too. So not only do they get in there and they've got this tear, and there's like this huge flab of tissue that was like rubbing in, and then they got to shave down the femoral head, and oh, no fun. No fun at all.
Wow, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, so
She said that sounds terrible.
I'd rather do the arm.
Fair.
Yeah.
Very
So.
well, awesome. So tell us, I know I took a lot of your thunder because I put it all in the intro on the Facebook announcement, but tell us about some of your favorite accolades that you have so far.
Like accomplishments?
Yes.
Okay. So of course winning the world championships and like the Slotty tour back in the day was like that's the biggest, but like the funnest is actually I won in 2020, I won the pro men's left hand category round robin, 15 guys in my class, and I won undefeated. I walked through 15 men undefeated with my left. And like
awesome.
Still to this day, I don't know, like I told you, I was in a sling for and I trained my left like a maniac for like 9 months, only left arm. And I walked into that competition with zero expectations because it was men category, and I just walked right through everybody, and that's fun as hell for me that I did that. Like I love that happened. So
sorry, I think I missed it. Where was that at?
that was in Middleburg. It's Mayhem in Middleburg. There's a yearly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Chuck Westbury. Yeah.
And
One of my
Beth.
favorites.
Yeah. We love those ladies.
Yeah,
I bet
Casey
those
and
guys
Beth.
felt bad.
Yeah. No, the
I-
Florida guys love me. I don't
Yeah.
have any, I don't feel any hate or like they're just
No,
happy
but they
to
kind
have
of
me around.
secretly felt bad to themselves.
Yeah.
I honestly think guys enjoy feeling how strong you and Gabby and Jocelyn and the top athletes are. I think they pride that, just like Travis was talking about on the podcast. Men want the best for us. They actually really do. So yeah, I think those guys like that ass whooping.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe as a guy being beat by a female is a good feeling at all. But I do think that there's some type of admiration behind it, like that.
Respect.
Yeah, respect. Like this shouldn't happen, but it did. Like maybe it's a wake up call for them to like maybe I need to train harder, which is great. Like I said, like we just push the level, right? So yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do a men's round robin, and I did not blow through everybody. I did beat one left-handed though. I was very proud of myself.
Everything matters.
Yeah.
Which I did better at the men's round robin than I did at the women's round robin. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. We've moved on. There was extenuating circumstances from behind the scenes. So what's something that you are looking forward to kind of in the future that, I mean, Zawadi's huge world title, like, is there anything that hasn't been accomplished yet that you're like, I need to do this?
No, and I'm very content with, and that's kind of like why I walked away when I did back in 2014, 15, because like I had, according to me, like there's two or three women that I had not beat yet. So like, yes, that's always gonna be with me that I did not beat these women, and then they retired. But I feel content. Like I don't necessarily chase anything anymore. Now it's more like leading the way for what's coming. Like just push the sport, make it bigger, make it more known.
Mhm.
Now people don't get surprised when they hear you're an arm wrestler anymore. They know it's a sport. They've seen it on YouTube. They've heard of Devin. You know, like people know of arm wrestling now. As of a couple years ago, it's like they didn't know this was a thing. So I think we're all doing a good job in showing awareness of the sport. As far as
Right.
myself, I always thought that I wanted to be like the best of all time, like having that, like what Barbora has right now, like the number one, like what Levon has for the men.
Right.
That was my big like dream for a long time, but I don't feel that anymore as of now. Like and I'm okay with it. Like it's not with sadness or anything. It's just like acceptance and moving into a new phase of life.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm kind of figuring things out, like what's gonna happen next, and also now with the big division in arm wrestling with politics and everything. That's I struggle with that every day and don't know what to think or how to feel about it. I mean, I know how I feel,
Right.
but I do hope that things will change for the better, whatever happens.
Sure.
So I guess we'll just like in a weird spot right now where we're gonna wait and see what's gonna happen, maybe.
Right. No, that's fair.
So you're
I
talking.
mean, I think at some point something's got to give with it.
100%, because nothing is forever, and that's life. It may be rocky right now, but it's not gonna be like this forever. Like it's not. So
Sorry, Amanda, you were gonna say something.
Yeah. So you were talking about you're looking at coming down to a different weight class.
yeah.
Any particular reason why?
Like a specific person I'm going after or anything?
Yeah,
Or
I mean, like, what's your whole game plan about going up and down in weight? Like, what's your strategy?
yeah, so that kind of was like when up until maybe a year, 2 years ago, I really had that desire of being the number one, no matter what weight in the open weight class. So I've been walking around like between 180 and 190 for the past 3-4 years. But since that desire is not like as present, why be heavier than I want to? Like I'd rather be in shape and feel good and feel, I don't know, fit.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so that's kind of how my thoughts have been lately, and I enjoy it. And I do believe there's going to be more match opportunities if I go down in weight. There's 176 is a weird spot for women. There's like nobody there. You either have to go against people that are way heavier, or the lighter weight classes, they don't want to pull someone that's heavier than them. So
But can I just say how freaking annoying that is? As somebody who's doing her own weight, like my initial goal was to get to 176. And I'm very, very close to that right now. And I'm so excited. And then I found out that no, because there isn't any 176 anything. So now I gotta lose another 22 pounds after I've already lost all this weight to get to 176.
Yeah.
And now Sarah Backman's gonna be at 154. So why the crap would I want to be at 154?
All right. I did not say 154. 154 is very light. That's I even struggled with when I was like 18, 19 years old. It was hard for me back then. But I do think 165 is maintainable. And also, lucky, I will pull anybody that's any weight.
Right.
I don't say no just because you're a certain weight.
Right.
I'll be realistic though. Like I'll be like, yeah, I don't think I have good chances against this person for whatever reason. But I'm not gonna turn anybody down based on their weight. I love the challenge. I want to feel anybody. I want to see what they got.
Yeah, that's real arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cherry picking.
Yeah.
Definitely like that.
Yeah.
Oh, for real. Me
Yeah.
too. Because I've already pulled everybody up here, so I might as well keep pulling them even when I get down there.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody, obviously, but I pulled.
Yeah.
I pulled them before, so I know what they feel like. So, I'm gonna skip that. What would be so one of my favorite questions that I've asked on this show since kind of the beginning, just because I just love the thoughtfulness and wisdom that especially female pullers, because of their background in the sport, they always give like the best, most solid answers to this question. So no pressure, but just FYI. What would be your advice for someone looking to begin in the sport or somebody just starting out?
I would say watch a lot of videos. You learn so much from observing, and that's what I did, and that's the advice I got when I was starting. Just watch videos and look at styles, and you will start to relate or admire certain athletes or styles, and then you can take that with you to practice and try to work on whatever you saw and whatever you admired. And yeah, that would be my advice. Just study the sport and the techniques, and just always strive to learn more.
Exactly. No, I love that.
Yeah.
And when Sarah starts releasing her videos, watch all of them and
Yeah.
work out with Stephanie.
Yeah.
I have another question, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I have seen you talk about the struggles with mental health sometimes. What would be the advice that you would give to other female athletes who are having a hard time in their sport right now? Because we have recovering addicts, we have people who talk about social anxiety. Rebecca Todd, Elizabeth talked a little bit about that. Camille's a recovering, addict as well. So, but mental health, I don't know exactly what yours entails, but yeah, what advice would you give for people who are struggling?
Yeah, that's deep, right? And everybody, like you said, everybody's struggling with so many different things, but try not to strive for, like, I struggle with this, but like not to strive for perfection all the time, and like try to break things up into smaller pieces. Like sometimes I have to, instead of thinking that, all right, this week I have to do this, and this, like focus on one day at a time. And if that's too much, break your day up in 3 different parts. Like, I'm going to survive the morning. I'm going to make sure I have a productive and good morning, right? And then I'm going to have a midday that's this and this and this. I'm going to try to, and like sometimes you just have to break up so it doesn't feel so heavy and overwhelming, and just take one step at a time. Because once you get away from that, then you're not as present anymore, and you think in the future, like you worry anxiety or you dwell on the past. Like, you just have to bring it to here and now and focus on right now. What can I do right now to make the next moment better? And it can be anything. It can be like, if you really have a task that needs to be done, yeah, make sure you get it done, maybe like just do it. Or if you really need to take a break, like listen to a good song, or like do something that's going to help you get into the next moment. Like, just focus on the next moment. But trust me, it's not easy. Like, it's not easy at all, and it's a struggle.
Yeah, that was really, really good sound advice, so I appreciate that too.
Yeah. And like, here, another thing that I feel like is negative self-talk. Like we're so good at saying horrible things to ourselves or think negative, and we start to believe it. We feel it, right? But that's not how you would talk to someone else. So like talk to someone else or talk to yourself how you would talk to a friend, right? And like be kind to yourself. But again, not saying that I do this, like it's very hard.
It is very hard. And that's probably like the one character flaw that we all women have is we will beat ourselves down while lifting others up. So we don't internalize the love that we give to others, for sure.
It was funny. I saw a video that I almost sent to the podcast. I was like, oh, that's too real. I don't want anybody to like get upset. But I totally do it. And it was a girl, she was on the phone and she was like, girl, you deserve a break. And she looked and turned to the mirror. Not you, though. You need to be thinking about yourself. Not you, though. And like it was so true, because it's just like, yeah, take your rest day, girl. But then when you're on a rest day, you're like, you don't deserve this rest day. Get up and work.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's what we do.
yeah.
It's like, girl, you're beautiful. Not you, though.
Yeah. That's crazy.
We need to fix it. Girls, stop doing that. Females, women, ladies, stop doing that. Message from Lucky of the day.
Oh,
Well, very. So just a shout out, Tall Paul, welcome in, buddy. Mike, thank you so much for moderating. The high five guys are in the chat, so I'm not sure if it's Will or Chris. It's probably Chris, but it might be Will. So whichever one of you is on the high five page right now. What's up, guys? Ja Corbin and Ryan the Bull Bellinger, welcome in, buddy. Excited for your future in the sport. He really put his name on the board, y'all. So y'all better be looking out for him. I don't gotta pull him, so I'm street for him.
he ain't that strong.
Oh, he's calling you out.
I'll see him at practice tomorrow.
Speaking of you seeing him at practice, Amanda, announcement time. Woo-woo.
Oh, yes. So ever since I found out about arm wrestling, we didn't have any women here in South Carolina, so I had to find a guy. And lucky me, Chad Silvers is the top dog in South Carolina. And I went to a practice and met everybody. Then hung back, broke my arm, and then got back into more practice. And being a part of Chaos was always a dream. And I have finally made the team as of last week. So I took a nice ass whooping at Sunday's practice, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still pretty tired from it too. All the weight feels pretty heavy this week, but yeah, that is something I'm extremely proud of.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Getting a nod from Chad Silvers that's top shit to me. So yeah, and the guys are great too. So I can't say anything negative about those people. It's like a new family for sure.
They couldn't take down Wrong Bath.
Because the ref was letting him carve in. They were letting him carve the whole time.
I was there too.
I bet you Adam could get him. Yeah.
He did it though.
Again, go back and watch. If I could set carved in all the time, Ron, I'd get my matches too. Nothing but love. 62 and looking fit as can be. Sheesh. You know.
Right. We love Angie on this show.
We love Ron too.
We can care about Ron. No, cyberbullying Ron on his Facebook. That's like my favorite thing to do. Is when I get to cyberbully Ron.
No.
But he laughs at all this stuff, so I'm glad he thinks I'm joking. So a couple of announcements. We got Knuckles Up coming up September 14th. Make sure you get your pay-per-view for that. They also, I believe, still have live tickets according to Paul Italia. So you guys can still definitely get tickets to go out there. and watch it at this huge theater. This weekend, next Saturday, Angie Bath is playing Petra in Canada, and I think Sarah, are you going to that or?
To Canada? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Awesome. So you'll have to text me all the live details. But that is also on the pay-per-view. So Global Elite is putting that on. And so our big fan of Magda out in Canada, she puts on some immaculate events. I watched some of her stuff with the AWC, and she's just the promoter doing all the things. So very would love to have her on the show if she would ever check her messages, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Somebody clip that and send it to her. So she can come on. But no, make sure you get your pay-per-view at Global Elite. These amazing, comfortable next level tees. I was so excited when I opened it and it was the next level tee. I love next level tee.
Yeah.
SarahBackman.com. Apparel link. She has some awesome t-shirts. She also has one that I'm gonna get next time. After your girl gets paid and all that jazz. The make arm wrestling great again. So that one is another one that's a top favorite. And I might get a strap too. She has straps. The t-shirts, the tanks, the crop tees. There was one other thing that you had on there that was really cool.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, winter season's coming. Got to get a hoodie though.
Yeah, I'm working on that. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think that I definitely need to get a shirt because I remember the first time I met Sarah at practice in Vegas, she looked at me right in the face and she's like, "Do you love arm wrestling?" And I was like, "Yeah." And you're like, "Well, like, do you love?" Like she asked me twice. I'm like, "Yeah." I guess I wasn't convincing enough. I was like, and I seen the shirts. I love arm wrestling. I'm like, "Oh, you better get one of those."
That's awesome.
Was it a great feeling though? Like you don't even think about it if somebody ever actually asked you if you loved arm wrestling or not. And it was like, well, I guess you can't tell if I do.
Yeah.
So I'm getting one next, and I'll wear it on the next one. Next podcast. Yeah.
On the Rise, it's coming up October 5th. So we still got a couple of spots open. Tomorrow is September, ladies. So all of you last minute lovelies, go ahead and send in your registration for your super match for us so we can go ahead and get you on the card. We're going to be releasing those cards here shortly. I think we have like 2 more that we need to make. So make sure if you are on the card, you send in your photos so that we can get the lineup all made up and start really promoting this thing. So it'll be on this channel October 5th at 8 Eastern. So a little earlier for you, Sarah, just for you. So people can tune in. It is a free event for all participating parties. So hopefully no politics will come after us and have me canceled or our matches canceled because women don't get enough promotion anyway, so stop canceling our matches. Thank you. End of story. That's all I'm going to say about that because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Great American Bash is still happening, to my knowledge, on December 7th and 8th. There is a women's for 0 to 154 and 155 plus $100 per entry. You can pull 1 class, but you can pull 2 arms. So Lucky will be there, hopefully pulling 154s left. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, I gotta pay my sponsor back. Or they'll just move me to the 155s and I'll cry. Either way, it'll be a great experience. So make sure, hit up Lorraine. That that entry, I believe, is due October 31st. So you still got, the last minute ladies, you still got a little bit of time. Pull it together. That's all the announcements I have. Amanda, congratulations on Carolina Chaos. So proud of you. Stephanie, awesome job at your PR today, babe. You're awesome. You're an inspiration to us who don't lift to start lifting.
Yeah, just pick up the bar.
And Sarah, thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate it. And it's been just an honor talking to you, getting to know you a little bit better. And, you blessing us on our channel is just, it's something that I dreamed of from the start. And now it's come to fruition, and it couldn't have been a better night. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much for having me. I love what you guys are doing. And like I said, it's about time somebody's stepping up and you're doing it. And I will support you all the way. So thank you.
And same to you. And we look forward to your next step. Anything you want to hint to, anything you got planned out that you're excited for?
Me, no. I mean, just we're all in this together. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. Well, cool. Well, again, sarahbachman.com. Pick up a shirt. Follow her on the Instagram. Her Instagrams are awesome. Her stories are great. Super inspiring. And thank you so much. And so we are signing off. Y'all have a beautiful night. Shout out to the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight. You guys.